Number 7, Amani Holloman. Number 8, Audrey Martin. Number 9, Brenda Choi. Number 10, Megan Freitas. Number 12, Therese Achano. Number 13, Catherine Cava. Number 15, Anjani Henry. Number 16, Natalia Guerrero. Number 17, Isabella Nayak. Number 18, Ayana Wilmot. Number 20, Isabella De Rosa. Number 21, Mia Archie. Number 22, Tatiana Ramos. Number 23, Tabi Alu. Number 24, Lila Duke. Number 25, Kristen Donati. Number 26, Angelina Ornelas. Number 29, Lily Martins. Number 30, Nicole Cabral. And the head coach, Mary McInerney.
Yeah, Derek, can you press the national anthem button?
Now we're at Tamalpais High School varsity girls lacrosse roster. Number 0, Jamie Lemberg. Number 1, Lexia Watts. Number 2, Annabelle Smith. Number 3, Annie Shine. Number 4, Graciela Hale. Number 5, Chloe Bowman. Number 6, Colette Hale. Number 7, Emma Palmer. Number 8, Samantha Murphy. Number 9, Gigi Shulman. Number 10, Maggie Jensen. Number 11, Ashley Townsend. Number 12, Sadie Mann. Number 13, Carson Cam. Number 14, Noelle Tober. Number 15, Hannah Leach. Number 17, Sylvie May. Number 19, Stella Lowry. Number 20, Andy Kelly. Number 21, Harper Fox. Number 22, Lucy Hexamer. Number 24, Quinlan Dayton. Number 25, Rowie Scobie. Number 26, Zoe Tokarski. Number 27, Kate Carvalho. Number 28, Sarah Cormier. Number 54, Maddie Smith. And your assistant coach, Brian Dayton, and your head coach is Taylor Sprague. Please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
What are you doing?
Want to get your degree and stay debt-free? With the California Army National Guard, you can get paid to be a full-time student while serving your community. Ask us about our 100% tuition reimbursement program. Join the Guard to be a part-time soldier and earn a college degree at nationalguard.com/CA. Attention fans, NCS Championship tickets may now be purchased at GoFan.co. Indian ticketing sponsor of NCS. Use your smartphone to download the GoFan app and bypass the ticket line again. This event is conducted under the authority of North Coast Section CIF. All rights are reserved. Individuals other than NCS-approved media outlets attending tonight's event may not video this event and use the video to reproduce, upload, post-transmit, and distribute for commercial purposes. Individuals may video this event for their own personal, non-commercial purposes.
Hello, everybody. That was WLax coach Pete Bowman taking the very responsible job of reading out the NCS announcements, as from our gracious sponsors, and the team names. We've got the first round of the NCS 2023 Women's Lax Championship with Tam High in Mill Valley hosting Moreau Catholic from Hayward. I'm Derek Scobie, and joining me in the booth this afternoon, it's Mike Lemberg.
Hello, Derek. It's good to be here.
It's great to have you, Mike. How's it going over there?
It's going well. I'm playing double duty, doing the game here with you on TAM TV and running the scoreboard. So let's see if I can pull both of those off at once.
And, you know, people say that certain people can't multitask, but Mike Lemberg's going to prove us wrong.
Let's record this so I can show it to my wife and prove her wrong as well.
That'll be Melissa Lemberg, both parents of Tam's goalie, Jamie Lemberg.
Well, it'll be interesting to see after the Derek, the big win against Moreau Catholic on Saturday, making sure the girls don't have any letdown. That was quite an event.
That's right. So the Tam High team took their first ever MCAL championship title on Saturday against Moreau Catholic. A hard-fought match that ended 16-15. It really took the best that both teams had to offer to get there. A couple of days after that, let's see if the Hawks can maintain that kind of energy. Annie Shine collects her own feed. You don't see that very often. Kate Carvalho.
All right.
There we go. Annie Shine feeds into Maddie Smith, who comfortably finishes for the first goal of the game.
We have Moreau Catholic in green. I think you said they were from Hayward. And I guess that it's a 16-team tournament here in NCS, so 4 rounds. The Tam Hawks are seeded number 1 after their undefeated MCAL and MCAL championship, and Moreau Catholic comes in at the 16th seed.
What a season that's been for Tam High Hawks. Referee calls a cover on Tam. Number 7, Amani Holomon will come away with the ball.
We do have some rain for those if you can see on TAM TV.
Lila Duke goes solo to level the score 1-0 or 1-1.
Back it from the inside. Okay.
1-1 with just a minute 20 gone by here. It's May 2nd here in Mill Valley, Derek, and I thought the rains were behind us.
Didn't we all, Mike? Rain in May. I know that people are going to tell me it's great. It's great to avoid the drought. It's great for the trees. It's great to avoid the fires. I agree with all that. I'd also like it to be nice and sunny.
100%.
Maddie Smith self-draws into Kate Carvalho. Carvalho steps out, passes to Rowdy Scobie. Over to Annie Shine. Freshling Quinlan Dayton on the ball to Kate Carvalho. Feed into Rowdy Scobie. And Maddie Smith settles the play.
It's a nice save by the Moreau Catholic goalie.
Isabella De Rosa, a junior.
Ball is on the ground and always. Ooh, I thought we had that ball, but I guess they called a foul. Covering that up, Derek?
Called a cover.
Yeah.
Number 1, Dominique Maxey, making light work of the midfield. Colette Hale sends her around the crease.
That looked pretty legal to me,
push
Derek.
called on Colette Hale.
So we'll get a shot from the 8-meter. Not a great angle for number 1 there.
It's going to be a tight angle.
Shot just wide.
Maxey gets the shot on, but it goes wide. Moreau will come up with the ball.
Doesn't feel like we have the same energy here yet, Derek.
Ball from Maddie Smith into Jamie Lemberg. And a Rowdy Scobie. Great clear from Jamie. Rowdy will keep going.
Oh, nice cut.
Lovely. Great look there.
That was a nice cut.
I love the cut from Kate Carvalho to score the second goal. Great vision there from Maddie Smith. Plenty of patience, looked for a player, got it. Great finish from Kate Carvalho.
There seems to be some activity around the 8-meter. A lot of girls cutting to the goal. Hopefully that's a good sign. I think the team does better when they're moving the ball around.
I think that's absolutely right. I think that they have like a lot of firepower, a lot of girls who are capable of scoring great goals just as long as they keep the movement going. I think where we struggle is when we start to get flat-footed.
No, I agree.
Maddie Smith collects again from her own draw. Plays the ball out to Annie Shine. Senior to senior. Annie Shine to Carson Can, but Carson Can lets it go. Ariana Sharma will bring the ball in for Moreau Catholic.
I think she ran out of bounds.
Yeah, defender ran out of bounds. I always find with these multi-sport fields, it's kind of hard to know where you're going, especially if you're the traveling team.
think they call that a good old home field advantage. So I like the movement. You see a lot of girls kind of cut into the net. It's got to connect. A little bit of a fast break here for Moreau.
Illegal check called on Tam. Teresa Cano made a fast break through 3/4 of the field, still in possession.
Good D. We got a save by
Great
Jamie.
save by Jamie. Great hustle from the attacker. I think she did really well against some strong D. Rowie Scobie collects from...
Oh, beautiful.
There we go. What a goal from Tam.
You know, Derek, I've been to, I think, all but 2 or 3 games this year, and when we're passing through the midfield like that, good things always happen.
The ball's always going to move faster than the player, Mike. Great pickup from Maddie Smith. Played it into Rowie Scobie. Rowie Scobie spotted Carson Can, and Carson Can finished clinically to put Tam 3-1 up with 19 minutes left in this first half. Rowie Scobie collects the draw. And he switches into the middle to Kate Carvalho. Maddie Smith out to Quinlan Dayton.
Tam's been active, Derek, on the cutting, but Moreau is so far staying pretty close to all the cutters.
Yeah, I think what you'd like to see from Tam, though, is to just use the time they have, be patient, find good looks. Moreau break that one up. Opportunity for Tam to get it back. Do not.
A little bit of a check there, but it did slow down the fast break.
Ball's out of basket.
You know, Derek, I think you and I have talked about this off air, but having being the dad of the goalie, I don't always know all the penalties in the field. Need your expertise there.
Well, I think that was I don't know what the foul was, but it was a minor foul called, which is why it went back behind the key. But Pete Bowman might shake his head at me here.
Yeah. I think that was a illegal check.
There we go. A legal check, Pete Bowman says. Kate Carvalho passes to Rowie Scobie in the centre, gets it up to Graciela Hale. She has an opportunity. Decides not to take it.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Well, that worked out well, but I thought we had a shot, but a nice pass back to Rowie Scobie for her first goal of the game.
There we go. Rowie Scobie scores from super feed from Graciela Hale, and Moreau call a timeout. We are 4-1 Tam with 16:46 to go in this first half. Now, Mike, you were telling me something super interesting before the beginning. So Moreau Catholic have travelled up from Hayward.
They have.
So already they're on an adventure. But you discovered that, like many other aspects of this school, are adventure related. So you told me the name of their magazine is?
The Explorer.
And the name of the alumni?
I think it's the yearbook we were talking about.
Yearbook.
Is the Voyager.
The Voyager. So we have the Explorers and the Voyagers, and the team's nickname is?
The Mariners.
The Mariners.
Which I think is appropriate here in the rain.
Oh, well, maybe that'll do them better. It's like being in the rain, like a little bit of salty weather.
Yeah. It was the trusty Wikipedia. We did go to their website to find their mascot for the NCS announcements, which we're doing over the PA system, Peter Bowman here, but their website did not have it, so we are relying on Wikipedia.
I think it seems like a good bet, though. I have noticed that the school's emblem is a ship's wheel.
A ship's wheel.
Which I quite like. I like the idea of
a
ship's wheel. That has the scales of justice, a ship, and a few other emblems in there. It's a lovely bit of design.
A couple of other facts here.
We'll take all the facts you've got, Mike.
I did find some notable alumni for our listeners.
Notable alumni, I like that.
I think we have the Vice Mayor, Cindy Chavez, of Vice Mayor of San Jose.
Oh, wow.
And I think the most impressive is Rosa Rios, who's the Treasurer of the United States of America.
My, okay. That feels like a tough job right now.
It certainly
Heading
does.
towards the debt ceiling in a tricky economy. I think she might be busy.
I know. At least Janet Yellen has to go out and give the public announcement, so she can maybe avoid some of the public outcry.
And we say thank you, Janet, for taking the hard yards with the public.
And one other fun fact here, and then we'll put Wikipedia down. Their motto, it's a Roman Catholic school, Moreau Catholic, and their motto is in Latin, in tenebris lux, which means in darkness there is light.
Yeah, there you go. Root word for luxury there, if anybody is studying Latin in their 8th grade. Barry Scobie, I'm looking at you. Maddie Smith comes up with the ball from the draw once again. Plays the ball out to Quinlan Dayton. Quinlan happy to hold on to the ball here until an opportunity emerges. Out to Maddie Smith. Maddie Smith into Annie Shine. Super finish by Annie Shine. One of the highlight goals from Saturday in the MCAL Championships was a fantastic feed from Maddie Smith into Annie Shine. Two seniors played together for several years. Felt like a fitting moment for both of them, given how much they've given to Tam and to each other over the years.
I love the hustle plays, Derek, and when Carson Can kind of deflected the ball and got it, I think it was to Annie, who had an empty net, but she dropped the stick low, fired in, and was quite exciting.
Looked good. Okay, we are 16 minutes left here in the first half, 5-1 Tam. Rowdy Scobie on the ball, plays it out to Graciela Hale. Graciela into Carson Can, and Carson Can converts for her second goal of the game.
Our nation's battles are not fought on the sidelines. They are won by Marines.
I think
the title Marine will instill a sense of accomplishment within you greater than most will ever know. To learn more about the opportunities available in the United States Marine Corps, go to www.marines.com.
I think, Derek, we've had an assist on every goal thus far.
I think that's great. You want to see goals spread around. You want to see players playing with each other, not just alongside each other.
I know that's something Coach Spray and Coach Dayton have been working on, is really moving the ball and making sure we're getting a lot of assists. Good things happen.
Ashley Townsend's in the game for Kate Carvalho. Tam called for a legal check. It's going to be an 8-meter shot for Lila Duke, the scorer of Moreau's first goal. And dare I say, a little bit of sun starting to poke out here.
It will be short-lived, I'm sure.
Jamie Lemberg is up to the bounce shot. Annie Shine smartly waits for the ball to come. There's an early entry there from one of the Moreau players. Super ball to Lucy Hexamer. Fantastic finish. Annie Shine passes the ball maybe 30 yards over the defender's head. Hexamer calmly collects, fires it home. We're 7-1 and 15 to go in this first half. Might be difficult to spot at home, but just so you guys know, the restraining line sits at the 35-yard line of either side. Both teams need to keep 4 outfield players behind those restraining lines at all times. Except maybe when there's penalties? Who knows? Pete knows.
Rowie Scobie's taking the draw here.
Change your draw taker here. Rowie Scobie takes, Maddie Smith collects. No doubt that Rowie will say at the dinner table that was her intended direction, and will claim the draw as a win. Annie Shine on the ball. Cut in. Doesn't quite make it, but Tam retain possession. Graciela Hale on the ball. She'll find Annie Shine at the back. Lucy Hexamer, who came in for Carson Can, I think, the same time. Maddie Smith takes the cut from Lucy Hexamer for Tam's 8th goal. Quite a day in the Scobie household today, Mike. We're getting some work done. We live on a classic Mill Valley hillside, and the structural engineer said we need to put some pins in to hold the thing up. So we're getting 40 pins put into the foundations of the house. Unfortunately, the lads managed to cut the gas main when they're doing that. So the gas is off, the water is off, the Scobies are out, and we're now residing in a small Airbnb in Sycamore Park.
Now I think they call the fire department if they cut the gas line.
What happened? Did we get the fire department out? I'm looking at Mrs. Scobie here.
They cut the gas straight away.
There we go.
Well, we also have had a cut gas line, Derek, doing some landscaping.
That's quite vigorous weed whacking, Mike.
They do take it quite seriously, as they should, with the fire hazard of having natural gas.
Rowie Scobie self-draws. Zoe Tatarsky is in for Maddie Smith. Rowie plays to Zoe. Zoe's first touch of the game. She finds Annie Shine. Annie Shine smartly finds Lucy Hexamer at the back. Quinlan Dayton, and then the guys will pass it around. Tam setting up for a play. Zoe collects. Great D though, prevent her getting the shot off. Quinlan Dayton finds the net. Great work from Tam.
So Derek, I am kind of curious. How do you get diagnosed that you need 40 pins in your house?
I think at the start point it's just a guess because all of our houses are essentially not well built
right.
in Mill Valley. But they look for the depth of footings and other parts of the foundation. It should be kind of hitting something somewhat solid. And if they can't do that, then they'll start to put these pins in. Sometimes they can go as deep as 40 feet before they find something solid. And then you get enough of them around the house hitting something solid, then it's going to stop the house sliding down a 40-degree hill slope.
That seems
full credit to Zoe Tatarski there. I think Annie Shine was very patient waiting for the cut. Zoe got the ball, but she knew she didn't have the space, walked out with it, and then gave the ball back to Annie, who got it to Quinlan for a super goal. Zoe picks up the draw. That's the second draw win for Zoe off Rowie's draw. Finds Annie Shine. Finds Rowie Scobing. We have Sarah... Oh, Ashley Townsend collects. Sarah Cormier is in the game. For Graciela Hale. Small ball into Quinlan Dayton. Quinlan Dayton will find the net.
So we're now up to 10-1 with 12:50 left in the first half.
Maggie Jensen will come in for Quinlan Dayton. So we have seen 75% turnover in our attacking players. Great to see more of this, the firepower, and Tam get the chance to come in. Also, given it's rainy, I'm sure the girls would much rather be on the field than standing on the side, even with the fantastic parkas supplied by Tam Boosters. Thank you for all your donations.
Thank you, Tam Boosters.
Back in the day, there used to be like sleeping bags and it was very smart looking all
So Moreau's controlling the ball.
Opportunity for Maggie Jensen to get in there. Ashley Townsend tracks the runner. Back to number 24, Lila Duke.
So 24 seems to be taking their draws, so perhaps that's an indication she's one of
Lila
the better
makes
players on the team.
Good cut there to Dominique Maxey. Maxey fires wide.
But Moreau
coming with the ball
possession.
through Tatiana Ramos.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Noelle makes a super interception. Gets the ball out to Annie Shine, collects. She's got Zoe Tokarski in the middle, free. Can't quite get there, but it's Tama going to pick up that ball. Rowie Scobie to Ashley Townsend. There we go. Great finish from Ashley.
So I am now going to start running the clock. We have a 10-goal advantage here.
That's correct. So we are 11 goals to 1 with 11:26 to go. Sam Murphy comes in the game for Annie Shine. Chloe Bowman comes in the game for Rowie Scobie. Chloe Bowman has been the most common second draw taker after Maddie Smith, I think, in the varsity lineup. Proud Papa sitting here.
Looks like she has a good 4 inches on the Moreau Catholic draw.
That's true, but Lila Duke has not been shabby in the draw whatsoever, winning around about 25% of the draw now against somebody like Maddie Smith. That's a really strong performance. Looks like Dominique Maxey will come up with the ball again, so Duke adds another draw control to her name. Dominique goes straight to goal. Jamie Lemberg makes a super save, and Sylvie May makes a fantastic pickup. Sylvie May's going to get the chance to bring that out. That was great stick work from Sylvie May.
You know, I do like that Jamie, talking as a proud father here, is not afraid to throw her body in front of the ball. I will say that those balls that ricochet off her leg do leave bruises that come out at home.
Chloe Bowman finds Sarah Cormier. And she'll return the favour to Chloe Bowman. It's Lucy Hexmer at the back. Sam Murphy's first contribution. She plays it out to Zoe Tokarski. Sam Murphy collects. At the recent varsity banquet, Sam Murphy was given the award of having the most accurate shot placement on the team.
Good memory there, Derek.
That's all I remember.
Yeah.
And I bought drinks for Mike Fox, and he hasn't returned a favour yet. I'm just kidding, Foxy. Shooting space called. Sam Murphy will have the ball in the 12 metre. Interesting that lacrosse is a resolutely North American sport. Oh, great goal from Sarah Cormier. Used her height, made herself a big target for Sam Murphy. Got the ball, great top corner finish.
12-1.
Sarah Cormier, a freshman. Great to see some super talent coming through for Tam. Many years worth of Sarah Cormier goals to go, I'm sure.
You know what's really interesting, Derek, and I don't know if you know the rules for this, but Tam, we are in the NCS Division II tournament, which we are the #1 seed. But I don't really understand the difference, how they qualify teams for Division I and Division II. I believe it's based on success on the field.
Combination of that and the size of the school.
So Peter's helping us here. Combination of success on the field and the size of the school. And so I wonder...
But the success is from the previous season. So your division for NCS is already determined the year before.
So we're set for next year, is what you're saying.
I'm saying that the results that we had this year would be a performance into next year.
Okay.
So Tam were always going to be in Division 2 regardless of their performance or their any change in their enrollment. Colette Hale collects. Because they're too small.
MA boys got brought up to Division 1. MC is a smaller school. They play in Division 1. So it's sort of a pattern, a history of success.
Is it possible that Tam could get called up to Division 1?
They need a longer track record.
So it would have to be so Tam girls could potentially end up in Division 1, but what Pete Bowman is just informing us is they probably need to show like multiple years worth of strong performance in MCALs to be able to do so. Fantastic finish from Lucy Hexmer.
Yeah, as a case in point, the Moreau Academy girls team won the NCS Division 2 last year, and they're still in
Okay.
their second seed of the NCS tournament.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, Peter Bowman he has the microphone for the stadium, but not for TAM TV. He's explaining that it does take sustained performance. So Marin Academy boys won MCAL last year, girls, excuse me, but did not move up to Division 1
So they're the
yet.
second-ranked Division 2 team this year.
And as we
They can,
in amongst all that nonsense banter that we just had, Stella Lowry came in for Sylvie May, and Tam went a further goal ahead at 13-1. We're also seeing Hannah Leach's first action in the game. She's wearing red sleeves and number 15. She's in for Zoe Tokarski.
It's nice
Ashley
to see.
Townsend makes it.
It's nice to see Hannah on the field. I know she battled injuries both last year and this year.
Moreau defender clears with her feet, perfectly legal. Although not if you don't use your feet. Not allowed to use other parts of your body. That would be a body ball minor foul. Not deliberately. We have a rule book in here, and I've read small excerpts of that. Unfortunately, super pass from Stella Lowry and a great catch from Chloe Bowman. Chloe finds Sam Murphy. Sam finds Sarah Cormier. Sarah Smart holds on to the ball. Lucy Hexmer plays out to Hannah Leach. Ball into Sarah Cormier. Sarah Cormier has been called for a dangerous shot, so she's going to sit for 2 minutes in the penalty zone. I believe there is a difference between a dangerous shot and dangerous propelling. what that difference is? I am unsure. Interestingly, though, only dangerous propelling is a mandatory yellow card, whereas a dangerous shot may not be a yellow card or may be a yellow card at the referee's understanding of its, I guess, potential danger. Dangerous shot removed from NCAA as a rule as of 2023.
That's interesting, Derek.
Yes.
So they can really shoot from wherever now.
Those girls can just have at it. Because the issue is that the shooting space and dangerous shot essentially are non-complementary rules. So for somebody to have a dangerous shot against an outfield player, by default the outfield player will be in a shooting space violation area. And because they don't, in high school, great save from Jamie Lemberg.
Wow,
because in
great
high
save.
school they call every shooting space, it means that really the referee should give the player the opportunity to stop trying the shot by blowing the whistle. But that's not the case in NCAA. So they essentially removed dangerous shot on player. Great forward movement from Sadie Mann, stopped by number 1, Dominique Maxey. Sadie will bring the ball up from the 40-yard line.
So Derek, I'm curious about that. Did they get rid of all dangerous shots or just one? I mean, I know you still can't shoot them at the head level, right?
On NCAA, you can.
You can.
So at college level, yeah. In high school, dangerous shot still exists, and still exists obviously for the goalie, both at head level and anything which is unsighted, really. So it doesn't have to be at a certain level.
Right.
But dangerous propelling remains a mandatory card, and that's where essentially you're making the shot, and the chances are that your cross is going to hit someone. So you're more likely to hit someone with your stick. Oh, super passing. Great take by Ashley Townsend. That's a great ball from Sam Murphy there, and Sam's going to look for the return. Annabelle Smith into the game for Chloe Bowman. Sarah Cormier has just come back home from her penalty, and she's going to get the chance from the 8-meter.
Oh, nice pass.
Oh, great finish. Sam Murphy converts from a selfless play from Sarah Cormier.
You don't see those as many from the 8-meter where you get a direct cutter who's getting space like that.
And you know, I think sometimes it's a much better play because the concentration of defenders usually is trying to go to the player with the ball. And of course, as soon as there's more than one player doing that, there's definitely someone open somewhere.
Yeah, she really came from kind of parallel to the goalie, so up from the side.
The
nice angle.
MCAL finals on Saturday, obviously like some of the best lacrosse played by the county folks, but the conversion from 8-meter was less than 50% across the entire game, and I think that's actually a testament to great D.
Yeah, I was really impressed. I feel that Moreau Catholic's defense was much stouter the second time we played them.
Zoe Tokarski is going to inadvertent whistle. Is that what that means, or was it? I think maybe they were both offsides. So one of those, you know, when they have what do you call them? Offsetting penalties. I love that. Yeah. You wouldn't get that in soccer. You just have to make a choice. Choose one of them.
Derek, you see that a fair amount in what we call American football.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that makes sense, though. You know, like 2 people bash into you, or 10 people bash into 10 people. I can imagine that 2 of them do it incorrectly at the same time.
What's interesting in American football, you would just replay the down, and in basketball, you would have a jump ball. I would kind of curious why they don't do a draw if you have 2 penalties.
Now, in basketball, they also have possession, right? Where your possession switches each way.
Correct.
Do they not have that in lacrosse? No possession.
They do.
They do? That's a very difficult thing to understand. Okay. Moreau are
10
gonna,
seconds left here.
10 seconds left in the half.
I apologize,
It's gonna
gentlemen. I am going to blow the horn.
be- okay, I'm going to put my fingers in my ears because it's really loud in the booth. Oh. All right, and that brings us to the half. Tam are 14-1 ahead against Moreau Catholic. We've had goals from Annie Shine and Sam Murphy and Ashley Townsend, Carson Can, Lucy Hexamer, Quinlan Dayton, Rowie Scobie, Kate Carvalho, Sarah Cormier, and Maddie Smith. We're going to take a few minutes break and we'll be back in the second half.
Hurrah.com.
And we are back, Hawks fans. I told you, Mike, the sun is coming out.
You were right. Do you feel you have special powers spotting the sun, having grown up in Scotland?
I think there needs to be much less of the sun for me to recognize it.
Okay.
It's like the Inuit peoples having many, many words for snow. I have like a very kind of like hair trigger sense for any sun.
For any sun. And do you have different names for different types of rain?
Thousands.
Thousands. And how many of those thousands could you say over this PG-rated broadcast?
Yeah, not many on a high school broadcast. I would say the one we say most of all is, well, yeah, that's correct.
Not for young ears.
We come from the east coast of Scotland. It doesn't rain very heavily there, but it's just always damp in the air. There's just this hanging kind of misty, what they call a har, Haar, which usually comes off the sea, and it just lies there for days. The Edinburgh area, that's right. So we are from Fife, which is a county about the same size as Marin County. It's the county that holds St Andrews, the home of golf, and then pie into that, it has more than 50 publicly accessible golf courses in the same space as Marin. Marin has 9.
Interesting.
Golf. Correct.
You know, Derek, I know you were talking about our NCS conversation is a little bit of rubbish there at the end. But I would like if we had a more formal relegation system like they have in European football.
You know, I think that relegation concentrates the mind and makes the table fun at top and bottom. Mary Smith controls, great take from Kate Carvalho. Actually a super bit of D there from Lila Duke. Keeps the ball in Kate Carvalho's basket. Kate wasn't sure where the ball was for a second, and neither was Lila. Quinlan Dayton passes the ball out to Mary Smith. Mary into Quinlan. And Moreau caught in no man's land, which will be shooting space and an opportunity for Quinlan to go from the top of the key. They don't call it key, that's a basketball thing, I think. Top of the fan. There are elbows on the fan, I learned this last week. There are elbows.
And there's strangely 2 little dots that have to be put on the side of the goal line.
Huh.
Purpose is a mystery.
So I think one of the things you just noticed there was Quinlan pulled the ball back from the 8-meter, and I know in previous matches, Coach Spray, when we've had a spread or a margin of this many, really encourages the girls to pass and have a minimum number of passes before you can shoot on goal, which I think is great sportsmanship.
Super ball from Carson Cam plays the ball into Graciela Hale, who scores. I think that is good. I think it's also good for the team, though, because it keeps them moving. You know, I don't think we're going to learn much from watching Mary drive here. So instead, let's find ways of being able to, like, really test the TAM team, get them moving, get the chemistry going.
I agree. I do think that's part of the purpose.
15-1 here.
Yeah, I would say one of the things about this team more than any other team is just the wide number of really talented players, and that's a big part of it, is getting them involved in the game and spreading the ball around.
I'm not sure, Derek, how the audio gets picked up with Peter, but has a lot of insights here sitting next to us about how...
I would say you should assume the audio does not pick Peter up, and you should repeat what Peter says. So what Peter said was one of the things... Pete is our WLax coach, but knows this team very well. And one of the things he says about this current crop of TAM women's lax players is just the depth of talent across the team is what makes them so great. You know, like, we can lose a couple of players to injury, and we've got layers of folks that can come in. We've got players that can play in multiple different positions across the team. They can play in multiple different situations. Annie Shine hands off to Mary. Mary goes for something special. It doesn't work out, and Lila Duke will come away with the ball. And, you know, I think that really is what it means to be a team. Andy Kelly nearly intercepts. That's number 10 on the ball, Megan Freitas. Megan as well to hold on to the ball and gets out to Lila Duke.
You know, Derek, you just kind of use that's what makes us a team. And, you know, as both a fan and also a parent, it's been a magical season. But, you know, the aspect of team and seeing how these girls really have bonded together and how they trust each other has been pretty special, in addition to the results on the field.
That's absolutely right. A second goal scored by Moreau Catholic.
And Peter's talking, having been involved with Tam Lacrosse, that the chemistry on this team has been the best he's seen.
Uh, 15-2 here with 20 minutes to go. Rowie Scobie collects. Super check there. Kate Carvalho gets for Hawks though. Good bit of tenacity there from the Hawks. Possession really matters so much in this game. Being able to consistently win those draws has been incredibly important for Tam when they've had the closeout of those big games they've played against Redwood and MC and MA. And also where they've really struggled against some of the other teams they've played, like SRV and SI. Rowie Scobie finds Kate. Ooh. Kate does a great job to collect. Nice fast hands from Kate. Across to Carson Can. Oh, super. Graciela Hale. That came from a quick pickup from Kate Carvalho. She passed across to Carson. Carson didn't quite have the space. She passed across again, so it's a double feed into Graciela, which brings the score up to 16-2.
Yeah, the draw really is so important, Derek. You know, even in the Redwood game, which you know, as everyone, many folks will remember, we won by 1. I think the draws were about even in that game. You know,
I think that's right. I think we saw nearly a 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we have a mass defensive swap in for Tam. On the field, we have Stella Lowry, Noelle Tober. Is that Maggie Jensen in defense? And Gigi Schulman. Maddie Smith collects. Maddie and Rowie tussling a little for the ball there. Oh, okay. Apologies there. We'll figure out who the new defender... Oh, it's Sadie Mann, Gigi Schulman, Stella Lowry, and Noelle Tober are in D. We also saw a number of changes in attack. That's where Maggie Jensen came in, as did Sam Murphy, as did Lucy Hexamer and Sarah Cormier. So we saw 4 defenders and 4 attackers swap in there at this point in the game. Midfield stayed the same. Maddie Smith back to Lucy Hexamer. Sam Murphy. Sam can't find the angle. Looks like we're going to get a midi swap out too. Chloe Bowman, Ashley Townsend, and Zoe Tokarski limbering up. There are squats, there are star jumps, there are lunges happening here. Make sure they are right. Maggie Jensen's going to collect the ball. Fast feet from Maggie Jensen.
good
Tries to
thought
find
there.
Sarah Cormier, doesn't quite do it, but Sarah Cormier does a good job of getting that ball out. And Maddie Smith collects.
You know, Derek, we talked about...
Maddie Smith into Rowie Scobie, who fires opposite direction to bring the score up to 17-2. And that midfield change is going to happen now. The girls have limbered up, and we have Ashley Townsend coming to take the draw. You know, one of the things that's going to be on the coaching staff's mind is with Mary Smith, senior, leaving for D1 and number 1 in the country, currently Northwestern in the summer, we're going to need a new draw rotation. So, I mean, every one of these opportunities is a chance to put yourself in the shop window as our main draw taker.
You know, talking about, you know, how far TAM women's lacrosse has come, you know, we have, I think, 7 or 8 seniors on this team, but as Peter was talking about, just a ton of talent. So, you know, certainly expect and hope some continued success, including a lot of talented players, I'm sure, Peter, that you're coaching as well on the junior varsity team that are eager, I'm sure, to make their mark at the varsity level.
Yeah. It's great to have a good junior varsity program, feed into the varsity program, attract talent from the middle school level.
Great finish there from the 8-meter from Lila Duke.
2023 NCS Lacrosse Championship Series events. Results and next round plans can be found at the NCS website, www.crfncs.org. Each night of the championships. Check it out.
Score is 17-3. Some in-stadium announcements for NCS's kind supporters from Pete Bowman.
Peter, how many girls are on the junior varsity team?
So we had 22.
So 26, I believe, girls on varsity and 22 on junior varsity. So certainly should have a lot of exciting additions to the team next year.
Thanks to a great program, and in history, thanks to Wolfpack and the other club lacrosse teams for encouraging so many girls to want to pick up a stick in the first place.
I agree. It was nice to see some of the folks that our girls grew up with at the MCAL championship, such as Mary Beth and Abby O'Leary. It was great seeing some of these folks that got these girls interested and involved in lacrosse.
Great check there from Tam D. Didn't quite catch who it is. Zoe Tokarski speeding away. Ball comes out of basket, and Ayana Wilmot, picks the ball. Noelle does well to check the ball from number 18.
So I think I had mentioned Mary Beth, but just to give a full call out, Mary Beth Todd, as Peter calls her, the godmother of lacrosse here, women's lacrosse here in Marin. You know, if you'll allow, Derek and Peter, I'll maybe share a little story about Mary Beth and Jamie, our daughter. But I'll wait until after this 8-meter shot.
Lila Duke converts again from the 8-meter line. That brings the score up to 17-4 with 13 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. Go on then, Mike.
Yeah, so I think, I think the girls started, at 8U, if I remember correctly. And then by 10U, they start to, kind of start traveling around the Bay Area a little bit. And at the 8U level, they rotate a lot of the girls through the goal, and everyone gets a chance. And, as we entered in that period of where there was a travel team and whatnot, Mary Beth must have seen something in Jamie, because she pulled Jamie aside and said, we really think you should be in the goal full time. So even at a young age, I think Mary Beth really saw something in Jamie and encouraged her to dedicate herself full time to the position.
Or it could be that only Jamie had the nerves to go back in the goal. Everybody took their turn, came back crying, and Jamie was made of tougher stuff, which I think she's absolutely proven across the next years of her goalkeeping career and will continue to show in the years that follow. Lila Duke does a great job of holding on to the ball.
I'll tell you, I'm not sure exactly what Mary Beth saw in Jamie, but I'm not sure she got the goalie genes from either myself or my lovely wife, Melissa. That has not been part of our journey.
Lila Duke's going to get another chance from the 8 here. Does a great job of firing low into the bottom corner. Hannah Leach comes into the game.
Official video content provider of CIF and the CIF section. Max Press is also an official photographer for the CIF.
We have around 11 minutes to go here. 17-5. Ashley Townsend comes up with the ball after a little bit of a scrum. Ashley back to Sam Murphy. Sam Murphy finds Sarah Cormier across to Chloe Bowman. Plenty of cutters there. No space though. Lucy Hexmer on the ball. Out to Hannah Leach. Hannah Leach collects. Plays the ball to Sam Murphy. Maggie Smith goes looking for the cut.
Really still like a lot of movement.
Great save by the goalie. I mean...
I think she was in the crease there. So
I mean, I think unfortunately the defender went in the crease first, though, which was the trickier. But the defender went into the crease to push the ball in. However, we have a very privileged bird's eye view here. Lila Duke picks up a fast play.
good
Good
recovery
cover
on
from Sadie Mann. Lila Duke can't find another player. Comes through. Super save from Jamie Lamberg.
Oh, that was great.
Jamie tracking that all the way.
You know, I'll say as a parent,
Super
certainly
pick up by Noelle Tober.
certainly don't always like the clear.
You know, I think that the clear is a tense time for the goalie. What do they get? 10 seconds in the crease?
In the crease.
So you got 10 seconds really for the opposition to decide how they're going to attack you. And then from there, you're really relying on your teammates making space. I think that's tricky.
Oh, nice pass.
Annabelle Smith. Annabelle Smith does a great job to hold on to that ball. Really great D, though, from Moreau to make sure she couldn't get the shot away. Chloe Bowman out to Hannah Leach. Out to Sam Murphy.
You know, when the goalie on the clear comes out of the crease, they're just like any other player on the field to play.
Just with a massive stick.
In fact, our JV goalie got called for shooting space.
Oh, Annabelle Smith goes close. Oh.
Oh, wow. Oh, he
It was the Moreau player put the ball in the net, so I don't know why the referee is going to call that one out.
The referee by the goal called it a goal, and the one up at the 25-yard line said it was not a goal. So they're conferring right now. And I guess they determined no goal there, Derek.
I think they might have just decided that with Tam being 17-5 up, we didn't need that one on the record. But to be very clear, the Moreau player threw the ball in the goal. Well, stepped into the crease and threw the ball in the goal. So I don't know what the rule would actually be, whether because she stepped into the crease before the ball went in the goal, it should really have been an 8-meter.
And you don't see that happen much.
Noelle Tober will be called in shooting space there from Dominique Maxey. Dominique Maxey fires low and brings up Moreau's 6th goal of the game. Timeout, Moreau.
Timeout.
Black Bear Diner, the CIS official family diner, where community connection and good food matter. We'd like to celebrate and congratulate our athletes and families here today. On your way home, be sure to feed your inner bear huge portions of comfort food classics for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There's something for everyone at Black Bear Diner. Dine in or order online for carryout or delivery at blackbeardiner.com.
That was Pete Bowman's favourite ad to read, the Black Bear Diner ad.
So Derek, you're spend some time over at YouTube. I wonder what the CPAs are for this.
I mean, I'm sure that NCS have like a great post-click attribution model for all their sponsors. 17.6 here with 7:21 to go.
You know, I would think it'd be a little bit more local because I'm not sure where the Blackberry Diner is.
There's one in San Rafael.
There is one in San Rafael. Is it the Black Bear Diner?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Blackberry.
Yeah.
I was thinking the little device I used to hammer out emails with my thumb.
A Blackberry Diner.
No, it's Black Bear Diner.
It's hard to understand the North Coast section that we're playing someone from Hayward, and then we're in Marin, and then I guess the South Coast section, Central Coast section.
That's where SI and
So the city, which is technically further north than Hayward,
But University is in NCS, which is a city school.
that may be because of. Oh yeah, you're right.
It's very confusing.
Very confusing. Pete Bowman just used the phrase gerrymandering. It's a brilliant phrase.
Is that a phrase that has some popularity in England, the Great British Isles, and Scotland?
I actually think that gerrymandering comes from a Northern Irish politician's name. I think that might be right. I think that might be right. Well, I'm going to check that out. But I think that might
now
be the
Peter's
case.
suggesting gerrymander is a first and last name, and I was thinking perhaps it was just the last name, gerrymander, like Steve Gerrymander.
Oh no, I'm wrong. So actually, it's portmanteau of the Governor Elbridge Gerry of Massachusetts and salamander because of the shape of the district that he managed to mark out for himself. So Elbridge Gerry and salamander, great portmanteau, love it.
So it's kind of like the Frank Dodd Act. It's two people's names.
but it's an animal.
It's just over 7 minutes left in the game here. So Derek, I'm a superstitious gentleman over on this side of the booth.
Oh yeah.
But you know, the question is for our viewers: when is it appropriate to start looking ahead until the game on Thursday?
I think we can do that now. 11
Okay.
goals up
With 7 minutes.
to go.
So I did look at the brackets. The 8-9 game, which I don't know if it's going on as we speak, is between Bishop O'Dow and Miramonte, two teams that we played in NCS and beat last year.
Oh, super save from Jamie Lamberg.
Great job, Jamie. So thankfully we have the internet here. Looked like we played Miramonte, which is from Orinda, in the first round last year and won 18-8, and had a much tighter match in the next round against Bishop O'Dow from Oakland, where we won 15-13 last year. Before we went on to, was it the semis when we played Marin Academy and lost a tough one there.
If we do fail in the academy, we'd be in the championship game because they're the number 2 seed.
So Marin Academy is the number 2 seed on the other side of the bracket, as Peter's talking to us. Oh, nice
Great
save by
from Jamie
Jamie.
Lamberg.
Are we keeping track of saves in here, Derek?
I usually do, and I was discombobulated by the rain, and I was thinking about my camera. I'm going to say it's 7.
We'll have to check with Mr. Can down at the scorer's table to get the official tally. I do like how Coach Dayton has really brought data and analytics to the girls in the scouting and the preparation for each of the games. So we got an 8-meter shot from about, is that the elbow, Derek?
That is, from what I'm told, that is very close to the elbow. Great D from the well. Off the crossbar.
So it does look like Bishop O'Dow and Miramonte are playing at 7 o'clock today, Derek.
Oh, someone's got lights.
Someone's got lights.
Always exciting when somebody has lights. We've played under the lights once this season against Piedmont. It's quite far to go, but I did enjoy the lights experience. I'm not sure the girls felt about it, but
It got a little chilly that night.
Save
by
from Jamie. Super clear there from Jamie to Annie Shine. Fully 45-meter yards.
You know, interesting, Peter. I before the game was just this beautiful campus. I was walking around and met the assistant principal, who's actually a Mill Valley, resident and a TAM parent. So I think she was rooting for the home team, but was happy for TAM as well.
Sarah Cormier out to Maddie Smith.
She was very intrigued by the great work of TAM
Chloe Bowman with a
TV
great pick.
and how they could bring that to Piedmont.
Maggie Smith fails to collect, and Moreau will come away with the ball. Ball is loose. Hannah Leach comes in for Chloe Bowman. She gets a chance. Great pickup by Hannah Leach.
Just under
Who's
2 minutes left in the
for
game.
Oh, can't quite make it to Lucy Hexmer. Sam Harvey. I'm sorry. 1:30 left in the game. I got a question for you guys. Would we agree that lacrosse is predominantly a North American sport?
I believe it was invented in Canada.
So Canada uses the metric system, and that's why we have 12 meter and 8 meters.
Oh, that is interesting.
Because I'm pretty sure the native North Americans did not use the metric system.
No, I'm pretty sure that the Iroquois and
The Iroquois did not use the metric system. I'm all for it. I'm very much a metric guy. Oh, Annabelle Smith does so well. Gets the ball flipped out of basket.
1 minute left in the game.
We have 1 minute to go. Whistle goes.
Number 12 has some speed.
That's Charisse Ichano. Plays the ball out to number 10, Megan Freitas. 40 seconds left here.
Now, allegedly, and Wikipedia might tell us this, but hockey puck came from a lacrosse ball sliced.
So Peter is Pete.
Shot taken through a crowd of players from number 24, Lila Duke. Goes in the bottom corner.
And I think we're going to let the clock run out here.
17-7 will be the finish.
So, all righty. 17-7.
All right.
I'd say the final score feels a little closer than the action.
Well, that's all from us. Time roll on, and we will see you again on Thursday for our match against either Miramonte or Bishop O'Dowd.
Correct.
All right. Thank you so much, Mike.
Thank you,
to
Derek.
Iona on editing, Karen on the roof, and Pete Bowman for all the ads. All right. Well done, Tam. Go Hawks.